Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a chicken shawarma recipe. Shawarma is a very popular dish for my kids to eat, and they often get it at takeout, so I thought I'd give it a hand at trying somewhat of a similar dish to shawarma, because we all know shawarma meat is cooked a certain way, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do that at this time. So I'm going to start off with chicken breast. I have about 2 pounds here, and then you're going to need red pepper flakes, ground cardamom. I only have whole, so I'm going to ground up mine, some smoked paprika, coriander, lemon, garlic, then some oil, olive oil, cumin, and cayenne pepper. So I'm going to score my chicken, and then I'm going to add all the ingredients in and marinate it for a couple hours before I'm ready to cook it. I'm going to make little slices in the chicken breast, so that way I can really get all that seasoning into all the little crevices. If you're stopping by my channel for the very first time, welcome. My name is Sonja, and on this channel you will get tons of different recipes. A lot of them are Eastern European because that is my background, but I do live in Canada now, so I do include a lot of other dishes as well. And then I also like to share videos like what's for dinner, where I share a little clips of what I serve my family every single day for dinner for that week. So if this is something that you think you might enjoy, I would love it if you consider subscribing, pressing the notification bell so you don't miss out any of my future uploads. And those of you returning, thank you so much for your continuing support. Now, I got my meat prepared earlier in the morning for the dinner. You don't have to do that. You just need to let it sit in the marinade for about an hour. But you could also leave it overnight in a fridge. It's totally up to you. You just want to make sure you massage it right into all those little crevices. So I covered mine and put it in a fridge until I was ready to cook it. So many hours later, this smelled so good without it even being cooked. I just want to put that out there. I preheated my oven to 375. I put a little bit of oil into my stone baking dish, and I put the chicken on there, and then any seasoning or the marinade that was left over in a bowl, I just poured it over top of it, and I baked it for about 40 minutes. I did a convex bake. If you don't have a convex bake, just bake until your chicken's done. I never know how long to bake chicken because they vary in size so much, so I always resort to using a meat thermometer just to make sure. But while the chicken was cooking, I did get my rice ready. So I had rinsed my rice. I used basmati rice. You can use white rice as well, or any rice you have. And I rinsed it for about a minute under running water. Then I added some broth, chicken broth in, and then I proceeded with adding seasoning. This is turmeric rice. I think on Instagram, on Pinterest, you can find it under yellow rice. So I added some butter. Now it did ask for half olive oil, half butter. I only had butter left. I didn't have any olive oil left, so I added just butter. I will have all the recipes linked down below so you can see all the proper measurements. Then I did some onion powder. My kids have been obsessed with eating rice, and they just they'll eat the plain rice, but I have been really upping my game when it came to rice making lately, just because they have been so into eating rice. Then I added some turmeric as well. Now be careful with this. It will stain everything from your fingers to the countertop, everything. So it is so it has such a strong color if you've never used it. And I also added some garlic in here, and I think there's going to be bay leaf as well that I'm going to add, and then some thyme. And don't forget some salt as well, and pepper. And then I gave everything a good stir, and then I put it to cook. And I always cook my rice for 3 minutes on the manual. High pressure, 3 minutes. And then I let the steam release naturally for about 10 minutes. And then you just go in there and fluff the rice. And it seems to work really good. It cooks the rice perfectly every time. One word of advice is I would turn off the Instapot immediately after the rice is done cooking, because like after your release for 10 minutes, because I find that if you leave it on to keep warm, it will burn to the bottom of the Instant Pot. And you can also spray it a little bit with a non-stick cooking spray, and that seemed to have helped as well. And while my chicken and rice were cooking, I was going to prepare a couple sauces. So the first one is tahini sauce, and I'm going to use the tahini paste, some water, some honey, some salt, garlic, some freshly squeezed lemon juice, and you're gonna need a bowl and a whisk. And like I said, I will have all the measurements and everything linked down below. You kind of put everything together, mix it up, and let it sit for a little bit so all the flavors marinate together. The next sauce I'm going to make is garlic sauce. And for that you will need some mayo, freshly squeezed or lemon juice, and some garlic, as well as some Greek yogurt. And instead of my garlic press, I'm going to use this, I think it's called a mortar. I think that's what it's called, to create a paste out of the garlic. So I created a bit of like a buffet board. So I took out my chicken. Once it was done, I did slice it into slices right where I had cut the chicken before. I had sliced up some cherry tomatoes and some red onion, and I already had some lettuce chopped up. You could use a spring mix if that's what you have, or even spinach would work. And then here were my sauces, both of them. And then my rice turned out really good, very delicious, tasted even better the next day. I had created a bowl, and I think this is such a great thing for meal prep too. If you're looking for dishes for meal prepping, this would be a really good one that you can get your rice ahead, you can chop up all your veggies, and then just put it together for your lunches. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and I'll see you all in my next video. Thanks so much for watching.